must.
If you must go off on your own, there's naught to be done. I only hope you'll return sooner rather than later.
Always the same dismal affair, if you ask me. Not sure how I control it, if I'm honest.
Dull days for us are a sign that all is well.
I'm sure I could find them.
Well now, you're...
What is it? Has something happened?
We have it on good authority that a suspicious individual passed through here.
We need to scour the area. Well, scour what you like.
In here.
Open up!
You're dressed rather austerely for a patron.
My humblest apologies, Lady Wilhelmina. We've had reports of an unseemly character in the vicinity, you see, and...
Preposterous. I was out front till but a moment ago, and I did not see so much as a shadow.
Be that as it may.
You are excused. Leave this place, ere you invite our noble host's wrath upon yourself. I will summon you if aught is amiss.
Pray forgive the intrusion.
And what business have you here? In the nobles' playground? Hmm? You've the face of someone in search of a juicy morsel. Would you be looking for this, perchance?
Come on, then. Keep pouring. Do you take me for some green lad who can't handle his cups? I'm your damned king, and a king deserves royal treatment.
Of course, Your Majesty.
Tell us, Your Majesty, would you prefer more drink, or shall we find some other way to amuse ourselves?
Aye. Let's change things up.
I believe I cautioned you to keep your drunken revelry in check. Lest you forget, these celebrations of your valor are but a pretense for more serious matters.
I know. I do. It's just I get the poison in me and things happen is all.
You need only serve as our false king until Sven becomes consul. Till then, however, you would do well to remember that your role demands a certain degree of dignity. I trust you understand your position, Your Majesty.
Nay, as you say, I'll go and sober up.
Why not remove yours as well? This is not the masquerade hall, and we now find ourselves quite alone. What say we dispense with such pretenses and speak openly with one another, Lord Phasus?
That will do. If you're discovered, yours won't be the only head that rolls. What is your purpose here, I wonder? If you came to learn of the Sovereign, then 'tis as you have seen. The man is naught but a ale-swilling pretender propped up by the Queen Regent. Of course, that begs the question. If he's a mere mummer, then where might our true Arisen be? You'd best go. I'll do what I can to help you make your escape. As you can see, I run an establishment that caters to certain pleasures. You're welcome to come and play anytime, if you escape with your life, that is. Know, however, that our services do not come cheap. Come see me in my bordlery, whene'er you're so inclined. I'll instruct my attendants to send you straight to me.
Oh, Master, I thought I might never see you again. Ingredients are plentiful hereabouts.
Suppose I can always run.
Good tidings, friend. How have you been keeping? As for me, I made the most of my week-long sojourn. One might even say I enjoyed myself overmuch. You see, I grew so fond of the destination my feet carried me off to, methinks I should like to live there. And that's when I thought, mayhap you've grown just as fond of this dwelling. Fond enough to purchase it from me? I can't just give it to you, mind. I've my relocation costs to consider, but I'd sell it to you cheap as I can afford. Well, friend, what say you? Much obliged, friend. I hope you're as pleased with our deal as I am. This little dwelling's all yours now. Suppose I'd best be off. I've my own home to get to. I hope you'll be happy here, friend. Farewell.
I'll gather these now. 'Twould be a shame to forget their location when we need them most. Ah, how I've longed to embrace my... I've a feeling fortune shall favor us this day. To break the law is to be thrown in jail. Pray, slow your feet. You run too fast for the likes of me.
I'm in fine fettle today.
Alas, 'twould seem I've taken on too much.
Gather round. Treat your ears to a tale by a master story.
Welcome to Bjorn's, and quality is what you need if you want to survive. So before you check the price, just remember... Many thanks. I appreciate the...
Might as well take a look while you're here, eh? Need anything? Stop by again soon.
Nothing caught your eye? Oh, that's a shame. Let's hope there's aught worth our coin next time.
Fancy a look at my wares?
The goblin. I hope you can reclaim aught from the fiends. 'Twould bring me peace of mind to know someone to... taught them a lesson at least. Gather round. Treat your ears to a tale by...
These writings could be of import.
Should my tale entertain you? Nay, even if it shouldn't.
Now there's a worthy prize. If only 'tweren't so far away.
Go on, have... a look. Best buy what you need, lest you leisure doing business. Go on, have a look.
I am attentive and loyal, and prefer to remain.
It will be an honor to serve by your side.
I know precisely when a curative. Please dispense with the formality.
Gather round! Treat your ears to a tale by...
Time is of the essence.
Oh, I didn't see you there. Well, I suppose I was preoccupied with my thoughts. Thoughts of you, Arisen, naturally.
Nothing to report, I'm afraid. Where to next, Arisen? I'm not...
Oh, you there? Your presence is requested at the tavern this evening. Who's the one requesting? I didn't ask. 'Tis none of my concern. The fellow said aught about the usual place.
Tis a ladder. Shall we see where it leads?
We ought to put it to good use.
See what's selling lately.
Dear me. Just imagine the coin we'd gain from selling this.
Whether or not we make the sale is for the Arisen to decide.
You're all right. I've got you.
Isn't there anything to do?
Well, take a look while you're here, eh?
All this walking's made my legs ache a fright.
Well met, son. How might I be of service?
Hi. Faring well, I hope. Would you care to join me? I'd not say no to a bit of company. I was hoping you'd say that. Do you know, I had a feeling we'd meet here today. Say, you're not from round here, are you? Are you a traveler? Have you seen many places? How I envy you. This city is all I know. I long to learn more of the outside world, but Mother won't allow it. She's always telling me how dangerous it is beyond the palace walls. But that only makes me question her judgment all the more. After all, if the world truly is so perilous, what of the lives of our people? They must be fraught with uncertainty, subject to harsh conditions. It seems unfair that I alone should be shielded from that reality. But listen to me waffling on. I almost forgot. Here, I brought more of the money I owe you. I should have the remainder ready by our next meeting. My apologies, friend. but I'd best be going. I mustn't let Mother find out I left the palace. Thank you for indulging me. I do hope we'll see each other anon. Till then.
Welcome to the Start. We serve all manner of fine ales here. Shall I pour? Always a pleasure. Welcome to. We serve all manner of fine ales here. Shall I? Come back anytime.
There is much we ought to tend to, if we are to strengthen your Majesty's claim as a true arisen. Well, well. He is merely Disa's puppet then. 'Tis likely that he knows naught of her schemes, even were he to be removed. I suspect some other would simply be made to take his place. But if there's aught that compels my attention, 'tis this other man you mention. Phasus, was it? He seems a man of import, and yet I have never heard of him. Pray, allow me to investigate this matter further. You've done well, Your Majesty. Thank you.
So the false sovereign, Queen Regent Disa, and this Phasus fellow are all working together? It's quite a sordid trio, eh?
Mystifying.
There is much we ought to tend to, if we are to strengthen your Majesty's claim as a true arisen. I bear word from Regent Ken Sven, Your Majesty. He espied the delivery of a suspicious package to a man named Allard, a minister who happens to be one of the Queen Regent's staunchest and most powerful allies in the palace. From the pains he took to remain unseen, 'tis plain that Allard wished this delivery kept away from prying eyes. That alone is reason to suspect a connection to Disa's schemes. We must get to the bottom of it. The Regent Kin intends to call Allard to his chambers come nightfall. He bids you to use this opportunity to search the minister's chambers and see if there's aught to be learned. What say you, Your Majesty? Are you willing to undertake this task? I shall ensure that the door to the minister's chambers is open between midnight and dawn. Pray, use that time to infiltrate and uncover aught worthy of suspicion.
I vow to see this endeavor through to its end.
We're off to Vernworth Palace then.
There's a ladder here.
After you, Arisen.
Won't someone do aught about this?
There are useful ingredients to be gathered here, I'll wager.
Shall we see if there's aught to be found while we're here?
I would appreciate your...
You are the Arisen, yes? Follow me! Tis best you move along. Should one of the other guards spy you, I will be forced to play my part.
you heard the news? The new recruits are to be sent out to Melv. Melv, I say. I'm not sure who gave you. Everyone's busy with their own affairs, I see.
There's ought to be said for peace.
A crowd that size and not a single head.
Wait, new equipment. Not one noble heart.
I suppose I ought to earn my pay.
Such quietude. Blessing. Oh, got to keep moving.
I wish the minister would be more careful. He takes the sentinel posted outside his chambers with him everywhere.
What business could be so pressing that I must be summoned at this late hour?
I would not presume to know, my lord. However, it must be a highly sensitive matter for the regent kin to request a private audience.
Or perhaps the boy has finally grown wise to the benefits my favor can bring. He might just be his mother's puppet, but at least he knows what's good for him.
My lord, if someone were to overhear...
Oh, unwring your hands, you fool! As if anyone in this palace would dare say a word against me. Now, if Wilhelmina calls, tell her to await me in my chambers. I will return presently.
Surely none more important than this. I speak of the ascension of the sovereign.
Indeed. But that, Your Grace, would be better discussed in the presence of your mother.
Such quietude. Blessing.
Well, well. We meet again. Is this stealthy business becoming a habit of yours?
Oi! Who goes there? Who's there?
Tut, tut. Now, this just won't do. How's a lady supposed to work with all these interruptions?
Oh, it is you, Lady Wilhelmina.
Mm-hmm. Do excuse us. We thought to enjoy a little fresh air. Though we had hoped for slightly more privacy, if you catch my meaning.
Apologies, milady. But might I ask the name of your companion?
Are you sure it would be wise? Such knowledge has been known to cost a man his head.
Understood, milady. If anyone asks, I shall say I saw naught.
A narrow escape. You should count yourself lucky that he was so easily flustered. Is that all you have to say for yourself? 'Tis sweet of you to mind your manners, but such niceties won't get you far with me. Something tells me this shan't be the last I see of you. Perhaps you'll be good enough to repay me when next we meet. Off you go now. If you wish to speak further, 'twill have to wait. This is neither the time nor the place for it.
Can't help but talking a whisper when I'm here.
What's to be done about this?
Lost track of time. This place is too comfortable.
First, there's early no trouble today.
It seems you've made a discovery regarding the false sovereign.
Can't wait for the new equipment to come in at this point. I've more time than I know how to spend. Where to now?
No talent. I just tell the partners, man. No shame in letting down your hair now and then.
It is quiet about.
There is much we ought to tend to, if we are to strengthen your majesty's claim as a I know this sigil well. 'Tis the crest of the neighboring country of Batal, a land with which Vermin has no official dealings at present. Let me see. It reads, "True to our word, we offer you the power of the Godsway. Pray make haste in securing Melv, that all might be made ready ere our plans are set in motion." A meager clue, to be certain. Though, 'tis clear that the Queen Regent conspires with Batal. This does not bode well at all. Though the political situation is stable at present, much blood has been spilled between Vermund and his neighbor in the past. I fear such a partnership would only portend the drawing of more. At any rate, 'twould seem our search has led us to only more questions. Chief among them, what is meant by securing Melv and this Godsway? I will investigate these matters as best I can. In the interim, Your Majesty, should you have time to spare, might you make for Melv? Only once we have gleaned a fragment of the Queen Regent's plot can we begin to thwart it. And ere it slips my mind, pray, take this. Perchance it will help speed you on your way to Melv.
Phases. Now there's a name to remember.
Apologies, but I can't offer you a ride, sir.
Best not be bothering me.
Oi there! All I ask is that you hear my request. What have you got to lose? My thanks, sir. As to the matter at hand, I've been holding off service on account of all the monster. Only trouble is, there are still That's where you come in. See, I've got a letter here from Lady Margit. I'd like you to accompany the cart in my stead. Splendid! Now, the carts only depart at certain hours of the day. And mind you, don't forget to pay your way before you board. Each cart travels with an escort of trained soldiers, so anyone thinking of riding for free will have to take the issue up with them. But enough of my lecturing. And I'll pay your fare this time. Come find me when you've delivered that letter.
'Tis a glorified errand we've been given, but we'd best see to it all the same. We're to see this letter to Sir Lennart in Melve. Shall we board the ox cart as directed, Master?
This ox cart's bound for Melve. I'll need to see some coin before I let you on.
Might we consider boarding an ox cart? I don't know about you, but my legs are stiff as boards.
'Tis the Arisen's choice to make. Though I certainly wouldn't begrudge the chance to put my feet up.
We're setting out.
How dare you?
Burn this!
You dare!
Stand strong!
That damn dragon! Hurry, everyone! Get yourselves to safety!
You go with them. I'll fell that thing myself. There you are. You will share my desolation.
This is my home. I cannot respect you. Let me see your hand.
Too fast for you?
My curative magics are at your disposal. Wait a minute. The fire must be put out to start conquering Earth. I grant you roaring flame.
Find an opportunity to retreat. I say we take it. It's hardly cowardice if we've no hope of victory to begin with.
Well now, I'm not sure.
Saved again. I'll redeem myself.
We must rally. Panicking would only play to the enemy's advantage.
Oh, methinks the fiend smell that. We'll have to kill more
yourself. "'Twas a lesson in determination. Somehow I knew you'd come. You have my gratitude as well, sir."
Ulrika, glad I am to see you unharmed. You must return to the village. Everyone is concerned for you.
Forgive me. I'd best go. But I shan't forget this. Thank you. Truly.
Time to be heading.
We're saved.
I feel my age every time I raise my hammer.
"'Tis a pleasure to meet you."
Wasn't sure we'd survive that, but...
What am I to do? He really ought to have returned by now. Mayhap 'tis time I went looking for him. That place puts me. Is that you, Norbert? Oh, fie. I got my hopes up for naught. Wait, listen. Would you be willing to search for my brother? The brave fool said he was going to look for herbs and went off into the forest. I'd go and search for him myself, only... I'm not afraid of monsters, so I thought, mayhap, please, sir. I worry for my brother. Many thanks. Go into the forest. This won't work, will it? But my brother and I are the only... I suppose there's only one thing. I'll have to show you the... Just be alert. I'll need you to watch out. Right.
We've been called upon to render aid. Let us make haste.
Here at the inn, I get so few customers, you see, that I can manage both roles myself. But enough about me. Did you need something? Do come again.
Well met, sir.
This ladder can take us to new heights.
After you, Arisen.
What could yon chest be hiding? I must know.
Not all chests contain treasure, you know.
Well met. Pleasure doing business with you.
My bed calls, and I shan't resist.
Hey, wife, looking for some work,
I trust you're bothering me for a reason.
Oi, bring me a...
chance to put my feet up is as welcome as fine ale.
I only work when I fancy. I'm a tad busy at the moment.
Whatever it is, I'll have to hear it another time.
Materials such as this can be combined to craft things.
Different combinations of materials result in different creations.
We're saved. We're saved. I haven't the words to thank you. We're saved.
Aught I can do for you?
Ingredients are plentiful hereabouts.
I'd say
Aye, I'm well enough, thank you.
I see life as a journey.
Mind, I have time for a citizen in...
You a traveller? Well, the other day I espied an elf of a...
Tis a blessing.
Whatever it is, I'll have to hear it another time.
Some time past, I encountered an elf in the forest across the river.
Have you need of me?
We're saved.
Looking for work?
Where are you going?
What did he say his name was again? Ah, Humphrey.
I am not here to amuse you, sir.
In every age, when the Arisen fell...
I'm not taking any passengers, just...
That reminds me. I appreciate you carrying our heavy items, but do let me know if you need a hand.
Looking for some work, are you?
That wasn't the dragon, but a poor imitation of it. No wonder I feel so hollow. Sigurd, you're the current Arisen, aren't you? I pray you do not walk the same path as I have. 'Tis a style all my own, a patchwork of techniques, honed for the sole purpose of slaying the dragon. That wasn't the dragon, but a poor... 'Tis a style, all a patchwork of technique.
Aught you need of me?
What brings you here?
Not much going on hereabouts. Not much going on hereabouts.
I'm always willing to lend a helping hand. I'm always willing to lend a helping hand.
This ladder looks sturdy enough to climb.
Perhaps new discoveries await us above.
I've a nose for rumors of every ilk.
Here at the... I get so few customers, you see, that I...
'Tis good to be busy. Work begets opportunity.
What can I do for you? Ah, a letter from Lady Margaret, you say? It's a fair way you've come, then. Thanks. She's a kindly sort, I must say. We met when I worked with her husband, Sir Gregor, on one occasion.
I suppose we'll be wanting to report back now. No one's coming to assail us. Mayhap we've scared them all off.
I cannot help but ache for a scrap. Tis no more or less than what one might have expected.
We'll find a use for it, I'm sure.
This is a good spot. Let's stop here a moment. I've camped here with my brother many a time. No doubt he caught his breath here before moving on, same as us.
This seems a decent spot for a campsite.
Better to rest while we're here than lament our weariness later.
Well, we've eaten our fill. What say we settle our stomachs with a few hours' sleep?
Seems naught ever goes right.
Come to think of it,
Let my magic imbue your weapons with the fury of the elements. I will protect you. The Arisen has been drenched.
no sense letting the enemy gain the upper hand. The early griffin gets the worm, as they say.
There are useful ingredients to be gathered here, I'll wager.
We could pick some now and use them when the need arises.
Seems naught ever goes right.
Can anyone hear me? Please! I need help!
To battle already? That wasn't much of a reprieve.
Try not to get hit, lest all that vim go to waste.
No foe is your equal, Arisen.
I dare say the Arisen could have defeated this lot without it.
That is certainly I grant you fire's blaze. Use it well. Stay with me, Arisen. Wait a moment.
I thought I was done for.
Aye, 'twas a near thing. How are you feeling?
I think I'll be all right. But if you hadn't come for me, Thanks, Ian.
Save your thanks, Norbert. I'm your brother. And I ought to have come sooner.
From where I'm standing, all that matters is that you made it in time. Anyway, I'm eager to be rid of this place. Let's return to the village, shall we? The sooner the better. I've got to deliver these medicinal herbs to the people who need them.
Aye, you'll hear no complaints from me.
Keep your wits about you. We must not allow our charge to come to harm.
That was impeccably timed, Arisen.
Prepare yourself!
Guard all you want. It won't make a difference when I've grappled you, see?
Keep the enemy occupied and I'll make short work of it!
Miss, have you shame us both?
That was well fought. There's no one standing who might say otherwise.
Well, I'm sure there's still room for improvement.
I shan't allow any further harm to come to you.
I cannot let myself overcome. This brute has quite the temper.
Reckless opponent makes for easy prey.
No more here.
Quite the view from up here. Let me see how high I can scale.
I like that. We must spare no effort against this foe, lest we suffer bitter defeat.
Ah, yeah. Now I...
Let my magics grant you an elemental boon.
This boulder looks mighty heavy, but we might just be able to move it if we combine our efforts.
I say we give it a push and see what happens.
Did anyone else see that? Ort catches the light.
Let us ponder how best to proceed. It's about time we pressed on, wouldn't you say, Master?
My sort of place. The more the merrier.
Now here's a surprise.
The thrill of discovery never gets old.
I'll have to remember to tell my own master about this.
I could do this all day!
What is it? Got a question about my training regime? Suppose that was an unlikely guess. None took to the training like you did. Hoping to enlist, then? No. A pity. I'd hoped to add you to our ranks. You'd seem like you'd be fit for battle, even if I were to call upon you on the morrow. Apologies for assuming. We've had fewer folks looking to enlist of late, and I'm hungry for recruits. Many keep their distance on account of the instructor being a beastren. How very Vermundian of them. At the very least, I'd like to provide some decent training to the soldiers we have now. Easier said than done, especially when the weapons we were promised have yet to arrive. Tisn't like to boost their morale having rusted steel to train with. What I wouldn't give for some decent weapons and a soldier to act as an example. Someone with motivation to grow. Mayhap you could aid us. I know 'tis much to ask, if any. Much appreciated. We'd welcome what you can.
Sir Baron's request is quite understandable. Weaponry and motivated soldiers are the pillars of any military.
Ingredients are plentiful hereabouts.
I'd say we collect as much as we can carry.
I'll carefully conserve my strength and endeavor.
Oh, I don't know about you, Master, but I'm worn out. Mightn't we have a rest before press?
Back at last. That was an ordeal.
Aye, I'm exhausted, but I can rest after I've delivered these herbs. I'll be back soon.
Good on you. Just take care, all right? You wonder why I don't follow him? So long as he stays away from that forest, he'll be fine on his own. When my brother told me he was going to fetch those herbs, I refused to join him. Said it was too dangerous. What with the monsters acting strangely of late, and I was right. But mayhap none of this would have happened had I only gone with him. My brother is always the one taking the initiative, while I stand around with my hands in my pocket. But today's misadventure showed me that the path forward is the one with fewer regrets. Even when you can't be sure where it leads. We managed to save Norbert, and perhaps that's all that matters. Still, I can't help but wonder if I couldn't have spared him some of the pain and fear he suffered. If I'd only steeled myself sooner. So from now on, I'm going to trust in my own instincts. Never again will I let fear stop me from doing what I know to be right.
Sir was rather hard on himself, methinks. He saved his brother just as much as we did.
Time to get back to work.
The letter has reached its recipient. Shall we inform?
I'm in your debt. You helped me learn a valuable...
Weapons are simple enough to procure if we've the coin, but we might be lucky enough to find some in treasure chests.
Here at the inn, I get so few customers, you see, that I can manage both roles. Myself. But enough about me. Did you need something?
Do come again.
I lack information pertinent to this task. Consider hiring a pawn better apprised of such matters.
This feels so fine.
The letter has reached its recipient. Shall we inform Sir Donovan, Master? Ah, yes, I know just where to find this person. Follow me.
I follow my will.
Oi, keep your distance. Suppose you're all right.
Fancy a broken arm? Why, that's my special.
This ox... I'll not take you anywhere till I've had my due.
An ox cart ought to make our journey easier.
I wouldn't mind a chance to doze off as the hills roll by.
You're in need of a ride? 'Tis now or now.
We are here to serve the Arisen. Not even a storm shall draw a complaint from my lips.
'Twill be worth it in the end, if we return with a pack full of treasure.
Ah, you've returned. How did you fare on the journey to Splendid! The cart reached its destination.
Ox carts seem a convenient choice for longer journeys. I see no harm in making use of them as needed, Master.
That's just what I was thinking.
What?
Hoi, friend! Have any time for me today? I dare say there's something I've come to understand during my stolen hours exploring these streets, and I wanted to share it with you. Every last resident in this city is wholeheartedly devoted to living out their lives. It seems a simple observation, for it made me painfully aware of my own position. Can this existence of mine even be called living when I am so doted upon by my mother? I want to live a life I can proudly call my own, and to achieve it with all that my heart desires. I tire of enduring my mother's coddling, and of having to mind every twitch in her face in order to appease her. Looking at this box, it fills me with courage. 'Tis proof that I am not my mother's servant to be willed about as she pleases. 'Tis something I obtained of my own will. Here is the last of the gold I owe you. Pray forgive me for making you wait for it. Now, I'd best be off. I may not be able to wander the city again for some time. There's aught I would do. Thus, I cannot say when next we'll see each other, though I feel sure we shall in time. Till then, Take care, friend.
That was quite a gift. I hope that procuring it was not a burden upon the lad.
I knew it to be so.
No easy.
The answer's here.
What
It's this way.
might there be to find?